Today, we're back in the wilderness, this time heading deep into the snowy Alberta forest for our first winter camping trip of the season. Not only do we get to spend the night in a fresh, snow-covered landscape, but also the perfect chance to test our newly built diesel heater in a box and see if it can keep the tent warm all night. How will our first night go in the Canadian winter? Well, you will have to watch and find out.
And it is finally winter here in Alberta. And well, it's time to do some winter camping because as you've seen in my last couple of videos where we modified the Forester, we've done some modifications explicitly for winter camping. And that does include, well, insulating the floor of my rooftop tent, installing these brackets or these window covers, and well, most importantly, installing a diesel heater in this Pelican case. So today we're going to be doing a little bit of winter camping. It's not as cold as I would like it to be for winter camping. We're only looking at probably -10, but it's still plenty chilly to go test all our modifications on the Forester. That said, we also have someone joining us, Wild Forerun, and this awesome Forerunner here. And we're going to be doing a little bit of winter camping, as I said, and checking out, well, this amazing winter view here in Alberta. So let's go ahead and find a campsite. We're heading to an area that we haven't really done a lot of videos in. I think I've only camped in this area once because usually down in Transalta here, we spend a lot of our time out on the ridgeline. That said, a Chinook is blowing in with 40-kilometer-hour winds. And while this tent does do a good job in the wind, it doesn't do that good of a job. I don't want to be camping in 40-kilometer-hour winds. So we've kind of headed back from the ridgeline here and into the trees. And there's actually a few people camping in the trees. It's kind of amazing how many people do winter camping. That said, as I am unfamiliar with this, I think we'll have to do a little bit of exploring because there is truck trails that go all three directions here. So I'm thinking it's a little open in here for camping, just in case the wind picks up. So we have trails both ways. There's a guy camping there, and I'm wondering if there's a camp area just farther back in there. So I'm gonna check my maps and then we'll figure out what works from there. And I think we found a spot here. We're kind of tucked in the trees, away from the main road that's over there. There is a trail right here, but I'm not too concerned about that because there's 3 cars and a dead end. So obviously those 3 cars are gonna be heading out and that's about it. But perfect timing because as you can tell, I think it might be golden hour. The lighting is absolutely perfect, but that means we're gonna be losing daylight in exactly, the sun literally just set. I just watched it set. So we're going to be going into darkness real soon. And you know, with darkness comes cold. So we're going to get the tent set up pretty quickly. Going to get a fire going and going to get that diesel heater fired up so that when the temperature starts dropping, we're good to go. And I gotta say, that is one of the easiest diesel heater setups. My old one took at least 10 to 15 to set up. I had that ready to go in probably 2 minutes. It was literally just opening up the latch, wiring it in, and then running that hose up there. So huge improvement if it works. We got to see if it runs all night. As I said, It's in a plastic case, so heat in case might not work. So this is our test run, so we'll have to see how it works a little later on.
There you go. There's the smoke. Yeah, hit the smoke. Get it like there.
And we got our fire going, and well, we don't really need it because it's not that cold yet. You can definitely feel the temperature starting to drop. It's definitely below 0. My fridge hasn't ran once. It's keeping the refrigerated side below 0, so you can definitely tell that we're dropping in temperature. That said, it gets dark really early out here, especially in December. So we're at like 6 p.m. right now, and it's been dark for like, we're starting to see the stars, which it is a clear sky, so we might get some good stars tonight, but we'll just have to see because there is a Chinook blowing in. That said, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna start some dinner because why not, and then we will pretty much just enjoy the fire because what else can you do out here in the middle of darkness? And there we go, we got our dinner ready to go. I'm blinding you with my headlights, sorry about that. We just made a burger again today because it's quick and easy, and when it's winter, it's a little harder to make fancy dinners like we do in the summer, but it's still good food, and we'll go enjoy it by the fire while we look at the stars. The stars are definitely coming out tonight.
It wasn't long before the moon appeared over the horizon and clouds drifted in. Although, it didn't stop us from enjoying the fire, even if we had to go collect some deadfall from the forest every once in a while.
That wind really hasn't stopped. You can still see it's blowing around a little bit, and well, it's starting to snow just a tiny bit. That said, it's pretty much time to go ahead and head to bed, but first we gotta start up the thing that you're probably all here wanting to see, and that is the diesel heater in a box. So I have it plugged into my power bank up top, and I actually just moved our controller down here because it'd be easier for me to show you outside than inside. And well, if you're unfamiliar, what I have is essentially a 4 kilowatt diesel heater with my diesel all in this little box mounted on the side of my car. So it's going to allow me to go ahead, hit this button, and hopefully turn on the diesel heater. So now it's going to warm up, the glow plug's got to ignite, but it's going to allow us to essentially run the diesel heater into the tent, keep the tent warm, hopefully not hear too much noise. I did upgrade the pump on this, so it should be pretty quiet. And well, with a muffler on here, the exhaust should be pretty quiet, and we'll have a nice warm tent tonight. And with that diesel heater running for just about an hour as I got ready, and then got it in tent, and then moved my mattress around, as you know, it has to sit up like here, but we do have that insulated flooring, and I think it makes a huge difference. But the biggest difference is that diesel heater. It is incredible. It is currently 21 degrees in here with 30% humidity. Absolutely crazy, because out there it is -5. My winter sleeping bag might be too much for tonight, But the nice thing is, well, I can leave all the batteries around here and they're not going to freeze and I won't have to worry about them tomorrow. That was a big thing with winter camping. But I'll show you kind of my basic setup. So got my clothes hanging there, my many layers that I don't need when we're sleeping in here. And then if we move around here, you can see we got our lights and our electronics just sitting there. And as I said, I'm not too worried about the temperature tonight because it will stay hopefully nice and warm all night because of that diesel heater. As I said, keeping it at around 1.4 on the pump speed seems to be the magic number for keeping it about 20 degrees in here. I don't know if I want to sleep in 20 degrees when I'm winter camping, so I'll probably turn it down a little bit and get that pump speed a little bit lower, so maybe like 1. That should in turn lower the temperature in here by maybe 5 degrees, maybe get us to 15, and we'll keep it amazingly warm in here. It's so nice to have the heater, and you can feel the walls. Cold out there, but in here, you're nice and warm. It's a huge game changer for winter camping, and with this setup, how quick it is, I can't believe I didn't do it sooner. It's absolutely amazing. Anyways, that's what we're hoping is going to happen tonight. We're going to have to see because obviously I haven't ran this heater all night, but I have ran it for about an hour at a time, so it should be doing well overnight, but we'll just have to see. If anything happens in the middle of the night, I'll try to record for you guys. We do got lights, so it is possible to record at night, but it's just a little bit annoying if I gotta pick up the camera when I'm trying to figure out why the diesel heater shut off at 2 in the morning. But we will have to see. So I will get in my really, really warm sleeping bag here and we'll head to bed, and I'll see you when the sun is rising tomorrow morning. And good morning from inside a extremely warm tent. So, a couple things. Usually, I don't start my mornings off in the tent here because we usually start down below because I get dressed and there's nothing really that interesting up here in the tent. But I want to give you a little bit of a rundown of how the diesel heater worked last night. First of all, it kept the tent extremely warm. It was around 17 degrees. I've turned it up a little bit, and I'm gonna have to turn it up a little bit more just to get the diesel heater running. You want to run it on high before you shut it off to just kind of clean it out. So we're gonna do that, but I just turned it up a little bit. But on my pump speed, we originally went to bed at 0.08 of a pump speed. I woke up and turned it up, not because I was cold. It was probably, when I checked there, it was about 12, 13 degrees on my thermometer here. But I turned it up because I didn't think it was burning completely. I was smelling a little bit of diesel. It wasn't coming from my hose here. It was actually coming from outside. So I was like, okay, well, it's not burning completely. So I turned it up and I checked the core speed or core temperature. Our core temperature was like 89, which is not really high enough for it to burn completely. So I will have to look at decreasing the fan speed on it, which we can do with the adjustable settings. You have to get a code, which is, if you're wondering, it's 1668 on mine, but they're different codes depending on your controller. So I'll have to bump down that speed. And the reason that's happening, and I'm pretty sure why it's happening, is because it is pulling directly from outside our pump there, our intake air, which before I was running it through a hose and doing a recirculation. But because of this tent being a little bit warmer, I also think this helps quite a bit. It actually was cooling down that core too much, and it might change when we're camping in different climates, so that's going to be something we're going to have to watch out for, so stay subscribed for that. But for the settings where it's about -5 to -10, we definitely have to lower that. I also just increased the pump speed just to fix that overnight, so then we got around the 15 to 17 degree mark all night, and it stayed really warm. I didn't need the winter sleeping bag. It was actually too hot most of it, but it was really nice. And
the air coming from it when the core temperature wasn't crazy hot wasn't really super hot either. It was like a perfect warm weather or warm air coming out, so it worked out really well. I gotta say, this diesel heater is perfect, and now that it's really easy to set up, I'm gonna use it a lot more. So if you want to watch extreme winter camping videos, you might have to watch some of my older videos where we did that. Anyways, with that said, we're gonna run the heater at max speed here for a little bit just to get it cleaned out, and then we will turn it off and unpack the tent, have some breakfast, and then head out of camp.
And that's how easy it is to literally set up and take down. We do kind of want to push the exhaust back, but it's a little hard right now, so I'm going to leave it. But it's literally that quick, so it makes winter camping a breeze.
While breakfast was cooking, we started taking down camp and getting ready for the trail.
And of course, running such low tire pressure in the snow, because of the way that these locks work, there's no pressure pushing against them, so my tire's like 2 psi. So we're gonna have to fill these up before we can hit the trail and head back. And right in front of us is the main road, which means we successfully completed our first winter camping trip in the Forester for this year and put our diesel heater to the test. Honestly, I think that diesel heater was a great build, and I'm looking forward to doing a lot more winter camping, as well as some little bit different winter camping than you're used to on this channel. Maybe we go hit up a ski hill in BC, go camp somewhere, do some stealth camping in the car with the diesel heater, and then go hit up the slopes like we did once last year. Let me know if that's something that interests you. With that being said, it was a pretty mild test, so I'm looking forward to doing a little bit of tuning on that diesel heater, changing those fan speeds, and then really putting it to a test in some extreme cold weather and, well, blizzard camping. So make sure you're subscribed for that. And while you're down below, let me know what you think of my diesel heater build, because I think it did pretty well, but I want to hear your guys' opinions. And while you're down there, don't forget to go ahead and check out, well, Flat for Off-Road for all your Venture Subaru needs, as well as the channel memberships for some exclusive perks. And well, I'll be seeing you guys in the next winter adventure.